Walawani, hello, and welcome to our parents and caregivers of Century Point. My name is Kelly Dalco. I am a relieving assistant principal here at the school.
Walawani Nindawan, welcome everyone, and my name is Ms Rance, and I'm a Year 2 teacher here at Century Point Public School.
Welcome to our very first episode of Century Point Public School Parent as Partners series, where we will share the skills and strategies so that we can work together with our valued community members to enhance and support your child's learning.
We hope that these short instructional videos give you the understanding of what your child is learning in the classroom and how we can support their learning at home. We welcome any feedback or suggestions on how we can further support you as our partners in learning.
For children to become successful readers, they must be able to crack the alphabetic code through a phonics approach. This approach has proven as the most effective way to teach reading and is backed by research. If children can't decode the words on a page, they will fail in their journey to become successful and independent readers.
The goal is for students to be able to confidently and accurately read and write sentences. But to do this, there are a number of skills and strategies they need to develop to be successful. The most important skill your child needs for decoding is phonemic awareness, and that is what we'll focus on today. If you look at the blue part of this chart, you can see phonemes. This can be broken down into three different sections. Firstly, say and isolate sounds. Our students begin by being taught to make the sounds or phonemes and to isolate and identify these sounds at the beginning, middle, and end of words. Next, we have blending and segmenting. Your child is taught to blend or push sounds together to say the word, which is an important strategy for reading a new word. Then we have segmenting, which is the opposite, where we pull that word apart to hear each sound in that word, and this is a key strategy used for spelling new words. For example, when blending a word for reading, we'd say dog. If we were segmenting a word to spell it, we'd go d-o-g. Finally, adding and deleting and moving sounds around to make new words. For example, we'd say, can you change cat to make sat? Can you make sat say sit? Can you make sit say sip? And can you make tip make tipping? So, what is a grapheme and phoneme? Have you ever heard your child's teacher or even your child talking about them at home and thought, I have no idea what they're talking about? The intention of today's video is to describe to you what phonemes and graphemes are and the different types of graphemes so that next time when your child or their teacher is talking about them, you will know what they're talking about and can support your child's learning and using this language at home. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a word, like k in kick. A grapheme is the way we write the phoneme. For example, the k phoneme can be written in 5 different ways. The letter C, the letter K, the diagraph CK, the diagraph QU, or the diagraph CH. Here's another example, the phoneme. The graphemes that we can use to represent the phoneme are F, like in fly, double F, like in coffee, PH, like in phone, and GH, like in laugh or cough.
So grapheme is the big umbrella term, and there are many different types of graphemes. The English language is made up of 26 letters, with 5 of those known as vowels, which are A, E, I, O, and U. And the remaining 21 letters are what we call consonants. So under the big grapheme umbrella, we can have a graph or a sound. A graph is where one letter equals one phoneme or one sound. These are some examples, and this is the first thing our kindergarten children are going to learn, that one letter equals one phoneme. And this is how they start to sound to spell and sound to read. Next, they're going to learn about a diagraph. A diagraph is where two letters make one phoneme. There are quite a few different types of diagraphs. We've got a consonant diagraph, and these represent the consonant phonemes. We then have vowel diagraphs, and these represent all the vowel phonemes. We also have double consonant diagraphs. Some letters double, but not all of them though. And we learn this as two letters making one phoneme. We can also have what we call a split diagraph, and you'll see these at the end of a lot of words. If I was to use the word lake as an example, L-A-K, because the A is making the long vowel sound, as a good speller, I know to put an E on the end. This is what we call a split diagraph, where the long A and the E is split by what we call the consonant K. Okay, next we have a trigraph. A trigraph is where we have three letters making the one sound or the one phoneme. And here are some examples. The first one, IGH, makes the long I sound. And the last type of grapheme is what we call a quadgraph. And a quadgraph is where four letters make the one sound or phoneme. And there are quite a few different quadgraphs within our English language. Here are some examples. We have AIGH, EIGH, OUGH, and AUGH. So four letters and each of them making just one sound. So graphemes then form the basis of our sound choices when we are spelling. You can see the examples used on the side of the slide here with the word trick. I have tried to spell it three different ways. All of them sound right. T-r-ick, t-r-ick, t-r-ick. But only one is spelled correctly, trick. And as students progress through their understanding of different graphemes, they are then going to learn generalizations about these graphemes to help them choose which one to use. And so some of that is looking at it to see which one looks right. But there are also generalizations to help them know that the CK grapheme or diagraph comes after a short vowel sound. So we use it in the word trick. I hope this explanation on graphemes and phonemes has made it a little bit more simpler for you to use this language when reading and spelling at home, and how your children are learning to read and spell here at school and in the classroom.
There are a few ways you can use these cards to help your child hear and isolate phonemes. Here's the first way. Here's the word bun. Let's hear and count the phonemes or sounds in the word bun. Get your fingers ready. B, a, n, bun. Or you can use your hands. B, a, n, bun. The next way of using them once they've mastered this strategy or skill is to use the words and the cards. Just use a few at a time so they don't get confused. Here's the word bun. Let's say the word bun together. Bun. Let's hear the sounds in the word bun. B, a, n. Can you find the word bun for me? Then your child will have to say all the phonemes and work out which word represents the word bun. B, a, n, bun. P, e, g, peg. M, op, mop. And then they can match the correct word with the picture. Once your child has mastered
3-letter, what we call CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonants, you can move to the next step of learning diagraphs. In this card, we're looking at the diagraph TH, which makes the th phoneme or sound. In these activities, you'll get your child to count the phonemes or sounds with you again. You'd say, here's the word bath. What's the word? And they'd respond, bath. Then you'd say, let's hear and count the sounds in bath. Get your fingers ready and let's do it together. B-ath. What sound is the TH making in bath? And they'd respond, th. Here's the diagraph, sh. You'd do the same with this activity. Let's count the phonemes in the word cash. Get your fingers ready. K, a, sh. What sound is the diagraph SH making in cash? Shh. The alternative is to use your hands to stretch out the word and blend it together. We're looking at the CH diagraph making the ch sound in rich. You'd say to them, this is the word rich. What is the word? They'd respond rich. Let's hear and count the sounds in rich. Get your hands ready. It, ch, rich. Moving forward, your child will learn about long vowel sounds and how we can produce the long vowel phoneme or sounds. In this example, you can see the letters A and I are making one phoneme or sound, A. We usually use this phoneme, or grapheme we call them, in the middle of a word. So you would say to your child, this is the word snail. What's the word? Your child would respond, snail. Let's hear and count the sounds or phonemes in snail. Get your fingers ready. S, n, a, ul, snail. You could also get your child to count the phonemes by using the dots, which represents the phonemes or sounds. S, n, a, ul. Or you can use your hands to stretch it out. Get your hands ready. S, n, a, ul, snail. You can also make the long A sound using the letters AY, which is another diagraph, 2 letters making one sound. This is usually used at the end of a base word. So the word is day. What's the word? Day. Let's hear the phonemes or sounds in day. Get your hands ready. D, A, day. The final long A phoneme is made using a split diagraph. We know that the letter A is making its long vowel sound because there is a bossy or silent E at the end. They are always separated by a consonant. In this case, the letter K. This is the word make. What's the word? Make. Let's count or hear the sounds in make. Get your hands ready. A, k, make. I hope this has helped you and your child to succeed in their reading and spelling.
Thank you for watching the first video of Parents as Partners. We hope you have found this useful to support your child's learning. Copies of the resources we used here today are available from the front office for you to collect and use at home with your child.
We welcome any feedback or future suggestions on areas to support your child's learning in literacy and numeracy. Stay tuned for further episodes. Thanks again. Bye.